will be like one of the most important people in my life. Like, I absolutely adored her. And my granddad died in 2019, and we as a family started to really like see that that she had some difficulties, sort of wasn't as neurotypical, I guess you could say, as she was before, and she was diagnosed with dementia, and that kind of, you know, over those kind of next few years, it exacerbated, and you could see those difficulties she had with a short-term memory. But she was still her, and we were immensely close. We always have been immensely close, and it was moving back home in 2022 was brilliant because it meant that we saw her, and we saw her every week. So even though she'd forget every week that Verity was pregnant, or we're going through fertility treatment, we talk about it with her every week. Every Sunday we saw her and we talk about it. And yeah, when Verity was pregnant, this was a high. It's a high and a low. I'm going to try not to get too upset, but when Verity was pregnant, we go around to Nonna's every week, and every week she would look at Verity and go, "Oh, you're pregnant, when's it due?" Like, she would though, wouldn't she?
Yeah.
Like, every week she would say that, and we talk about names, and like, especially when it came to the point of it being a boy, we were clear, like, and Verity was brilliant about this, that he would be Giuseppe Marcellino, after my dad and after my nonna. And we'd say it, and she'd go, "Oh, that's lovely, oh, I love it," and that's what we did. We talk about getting him christened, and she'd say, I'll be his godmother, I'll be his godmother.
Yeah.
Wouldn't she? Like, we talk about it, and then we go away and come back the next week, and she'd look at Verity again and go, "Oh, when's the baby due?" And it used to make us laugh, but she did kind of know as well, because I don't know, she did kind of know. It's like there was a part of her that knew, but it didn't. Anyway, so that was the high point of it, but she was getting ill a lot. She was struggling because of her dementia. She was getting ill a lot, getting infections, and struggling. And I just kept saying to Verity, I just want her to be here for when he's born. That's what I want. And unfortunately she got really unwell and was in hospital, and she died 3 weeks before he was born. So
She did.
that was tricky. It was tricky.
It was a really tough time.
It was a tough time. It was a very tough time. I mean, we laugh about it. Although I get emotional, you're going to, aren't you? Like, just like, yeah. We laugh about it, and we always say, like, "Oh, Pepper's definitely..." They cross paths, didn't they? Like,
yeah,
he's got
we say
Joyce.
That he is your Nonna incarnate.
Yeah, we do. Like, sometimes we'll look at
Joyce.
Is that you? Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, sorry for the tears. But I think so. Losing Nonna, I think the biggest thing, and I will get through this bit without crying, was I had to let it go. I had to let go my need for her to be alive when he was born, and because otherwise it was just going to eat up at me, and I was going to get bitter about it. And it does make me sad still, but like I said, I mean, I've got a beautiful photo, haven't I, of, like, I think it was literally a couple of weeks before she died, and you're sat next to her, and she's got her hands on your belly.
It's Christmas Day.
Oh yeah, so it's literally like, about a month, just like over a month, yeah. And she had her hand on your belly, and so she was there. She may not have got to hold him, I may not have had that memory, but she was very much part of our pregnancy journey, wasn't she? Because she's probably the person we spent the most amount of time with through that whole process. It kind of brought some added difficulties, because she passed away 3 weeks before he was born, and there wasn't going to be a lengthy amount of time between then and the funeral, because there was no need. She'd died in hospital, so we started to have a bit of in the back of our mind. We weren't just sort of looking forward to the birth, we were also knowing that there was going to be a funeral, and actually both getting anxious about,
was I going to go into labour and have a funeral?
Because the idea of missing either was unimaginable. I mean, for both of us it was, but especially for me.
However, as it was, I was told that our child was going to be
Yeah,
baby, and
kind of fortuitous, I guess, in a way.
that they highly recommended that we had a cesarean. So I didn't. Obviously, that's really scary. That wasn't the birth that I had planned, and this happens to so many people. But for my health and the sake of our baby's health, I chose to go for a C-section, and we were fortunate that we could book a date in
Yeah.
for a cesarean.
We were actually, and it kind of, in a way, took away the anxiety. It's that we wouldn't have done that for that reason. It was because he was like literally massive, and so so we could take that little bit of control, I guess, in terms of when it would be, and it did remove that anxiety for us.